Well, I'm going to start off by saying you don't see many will it start videos in the wintertime because it's really hard to get things started in the summertime that have been sitting for 10 years or more. So in the wintertime, it's near impossible. But some of us have a bad memory or just make bad decisions and decide to do stupid things. So this is a 1956, I think, Oshkosh that my dad rebuilt the motor in it like 20 years ago, and then we never really did anything with it, and it's been sitting for quite a few years, 10 plus I think, since it actually ran. But the snowbanks are getting really high, and my plow truck can't really push the snow back any further, so this wing would really be handy. Some might say, well, why don't you use that grader? Well, I don't have any chains for that grader, and I parked it in a way that I can't even get to jump start it, so getting it started would be probably equally as hard, and then I'd just get stuck because I don't have chains for it. But I do have chains that would fit this. So yeah, I'm gonna maybe attempt to see if this will run, because like I said, I'm a glutton for punishment and make bad decisions. Well, I got the hood open. There's plenty of room for activities and things. It's a giant flathead 6-cylinder gas engine. It makes about 10 horsepower, as I remember. So I'm gonna take the carburetor off and just see what's in there, so it maybe has a chance of gas flowing to it. The motor does turn with the fan. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. Otherwise, I don't know why I would be doing this if it didn't. I would really question my sanity then. Okay. Well, I got the world's heaviest carburetor. It's all cast iron off. There's this piece that connects to that just looks like it goes to the crankcase. So that seems like a major potential vacuum running lean situation. So I don't know, I'm gonna maybe put a ball valve on there. And then this spacer plate thing is on there, which seems to do nothing except also maybe allow extra vacuum leaks. So yeah, if anybody knows what that is for, I'm curious. But everything came right apart. I mean, thanks Dad for putting never sees on there. And yeah, this was pretty hard to work on, you know, 2 bolts and like 2 screws, and that whole carburetor came off. All right, so I got this carburetor tore apart, pretty much just gunked up, but it is amazingly simple. This carburetor is like, this is just a cast piece. This whole piece sits in there, and then your float sits on top. I don't think I've ever seen a carburetor this simple. This is kind of an accelerator pump that runs off vacuum. It goes all the way from the bottom through ports all the way up to the top. But yeah, gasket may have gotten a little broken, but hopefully we can stick it all back together. Well, I don't know where I left off, but I got the carburetor back on there, cleaned up the points, put a coil on it out of that truck that ran when parked, so it means it's good. Put a high-tech gas tank on there, fuel pump works, messed around with it, got it started. Doesn't have any coolant in it, but I'm gonna see if it will maybe move out of this hole that it's currently sitting in.
here's a view of the tag. I'm not sure, like I said, I think it's a 56, but I don't know. Engine governed at 2800 RPM. It's a fast one. It's kind of cozy in here, but I think you could use a passenger to run those levers. But like I said, I don't have antifreeze in it yet, but it seems to be running pretty good. Shifting pattern is quite unique. It's got a low reverse and a high reverse. I think when I first tried moving it, I think I was in fourth, because you got to press this little thingy down to get it to go over into the low first and reverse. And then you got a 2-speed transfer case, I guess, but it's just all-time four-wheel drive or in four-wheel drive all the time. Seems to be running pretty good for sitting forever. Even has full exhaust on it.